Guys, welcome back to one more analyzing the games here. Champions League just ended, so we had some very surprising games, I would say. Let's see here. Starting by Borussia Dortmund Newcastle. And my guys, what is happening to Newcastle? I mean, they are clearly suffering a lot here with the amount of games they're having. It's a lot of competitions, and they are clearly exhausted because I know that you're not at home. You are much stronger at home, but this type of result is not usual. Borussia Dortmund is not a weak team, but it lacks of consistency. Season in, season out is always been like that, and get a 2-0 loss here away is not drastic, but you have to judge that in your Champions League because you are last place in the group right now. You have to get the results last two games, so you have to pass the phase here, and that may not happen. That may not happen for Newcastle fans because it is indeed the death group here. You have to win the next two games. That's a must, Newcastle. That's a must for you to pass here, okay? The other game did bother you a little bit because Milan, finally in the Champions League, they got a victory. They got more than one goal. They got one goal in the Champions League. And it's a surprising victory for me because they weren't look very good in the Champions League. They've scored no goals until this game here. And they just caught the score here but reverse it. It's very fortunate for them. Now they are alive in the group, right? But yeah, it is still wide open for anybody here in this group. This group here is definitely the death group because everyone is alive, and I think it's gonna be like that until last game. Okay, until last game. Yeah, we're gonna see some very entertaining games. I think in the next two. So let's see. Shakhtar and Barcelona. Bro, I've commented with you last time I made the prediction about Barcelona game here. They are not as convincing as I would want them to, and they've lost. Surprisingly, they've lost it to Shakhtar, and if I'm not mistaken, that didn't happen like a decade and a half, stuff like that. It's very surprising for me. And I think for everybody, because no one really expected them to lose here. Maybe even a draw, but lose here in a neutral ground, in a neutral stadium. Bro, yeah, it's very disappointing for Barcelona fans here. I can't quite see that other way. So yeah, Porto and Antwerp, that's a job done. Okay, Porto got the victory here. They are pretty safe in the group, I would say. They still have to go through Barcelona, and Barcelona has to pay attention a little bit here because if they mess up a little too badly here, this may go south for them, and maybe they do not classify for next phase. Okay, yeah, they have to pay attention a little bit here. Although that I think that will not happen, right? It's a weak team, it's a weak group here, so yeah, I hope not. Atletico Madrid and Celtic, this was a completely destruction. Obviously, we couldn't predict the red card that gave Atletico Madrid a very large edge here, but it's still very good victory for them, 6-0. That's that's something to pay attention because Atletico Madrid isn't usually a very offensive team, and it's good to see them playing on attack and scoring goals. That's very pleasing to see. It's very good to see a good Simeone offensive team. So I'm backing up with it. Maybe Atletico Madrid can do a little more this season. Let's see. They're definitely going to the next phase. Let's see if they can go even further. Maybe. Yeah, I like this game pretty much. Although it was a 10 against 11. Yeah, I like this game pretty much here for Atletico Madrid. Lazio and Feyenoord. Very close game, as I predicted. And I'm very fortunate to say that Lazio got it through the line and took the victory here. I'm kind of a Lazio fan here, and it's very fortunate that they got the victory here. They were very much needing it, and now they have very bright chances to pass this phase. They can mess it up, okay? They have to get at least one more victory here to be more safe, and I think they will have to. I think they can. They are second in the group right now, and that's just a matter of paying attention. If you pay attention here for Lazio club, for Lazio fans, this can be a very good, um, yeah, very good victory, very good phase through. So yeah, let's see. Red Star and Leipzig, very close game, more than I thought it would be. Leipzig got a 2-1 victory here, not very exciting. I expected a little more from Leipzig in the season. I mean, they are very well organized, but I think there is a miss on something, maybe a big star here. There is no very strong goal scorer, I would say. They are a very collective team, so maybe there is this lack of a goal scorer, a big goal scorer, and that's messing with their games, right? It is a closer game than it should. It's against Red Star. I know it's away, but it's still it should have been a little more. What is the word? A little more calm, a little more decisive for Leipzig here. On the other hand, Manchester City Young Boys, very good victory here for Manchester City. Not a 5-0, but a 3-0. Very good for them. I won't complain. No one was gonna complain. Napoli and Union Berlin. Napoli is messing up a bit. I don't think they won't. They will not pass the phase here. I think that that's more of yeah. I think that's kind of predictable. There is a chance, there's a world where they don't pass, but I don't think the world is this one, okay? They're gonna pass it either way here. It was just mistake here, mistaken game. I wouldn't raise the alerting lights for now, but if you drop more points here, maybe could get troublesome. Real Madrid and Braga, very good victory for Real Madrid here. Um, yeah, what can I say? It was a 3-0 victory. Brazilian players doing amazing. Rodrigo, Vinicius Juniors. Very, very good to see them doing well, right? And yeah, very offensive Real Madrid. It's against Braga at home, so you have to do what you have to do. And it's a good clean sheet too, so I won't complain about that. The other game here, Real Madrid and Benfica. Bro, it's very, very sad to Benfica fans, their performance in the Champions League here. They haven't got a single point their whole journey in the Champions League. And bro, this could have been a 6-1 victory, 7-1 victory, because Real Sociedad was absolute dominant in the first half, and they got 2 disallowed goals, 1 missed penalty. This could have been much more. A 3-1 is a little light on them, and yeah, maybe Benfica won't even get the Europa League place here. It's very sad for them. As a Benfica fan, I think you would expect even more, but yeah, that's what has been happening for Benfica here. They've struggling a lot in the Champions League, and in the other part of the group here, I think it's gonna pass Real Madrid and Inter Milan. Inter Milan did the job. A penalty goal, not a beautiful goal, I would say. They could have got one more goal, absolutely. They hit the post sometimes, but a 1-0 victory is what you need to be in first place of the group and guarantees you in the next phase, right? Here we have Bayern Munich and Galatasaray. I predicted a draw. Very, very weird predicament. Most of the people would think. But it was a closer game than you may have thought. It could have been a draw, to be honest. But, bro, Harry Kane, this guy is a menace, okay? He's playing very good football in Bayern Munich. He has a very strong team. I don't know, but maybe there's a possibility for him to get the Champions League here, you know? Two goals, two good goals, very decisive, appearing in the big moments in the Champions League, the moments the team needed him. So maybe it's a different Harry Kane. Maybe it's a different Bayern Munich. Maybe they can get the Champions League here. I don't know, but it's a very good one. They are guaranteed in the next phase. The rest of the group is kind of messed up. We're going to that. Copenhagen, Galatasaray, and Manchester United are very close to each other, but Manchester United is in the last place, and it's because of this match here. Copenhagen and Manchester United. Bro, what was this game? I was watching it, and it was a very, for me, okay, it was a very beautiful game. Copenhagen getting the victory here. 4-3. What a game. Let's talk a bit about the red card. Did I think that was a red card? For me, that was not a red card, okay? But if you're talking about consistency, these last games, Premier League, Champions League, yeah, that is a red card. And I think that's been a problem this season, okay? The amount of red cards this season is absurd, okay? Last games, big games in Premier League, all receiving red cards. This here, red card. Bro, I think there is a bit of an exaggeration in the red cards this season. What do you think, bro? Because for me, there has been so many red cards. Some of them are just, some others are not. For example, Kovacic against Arsenal. That should have been a red card, and he didn't get a red card. And yeah, Liverpool got polemic red cards. Tottenham got also, I think, red cards, polemics. This Manchester United here was very polemic. For me, it was not a red card, but that happened. I mean, you could argue he still shouldn't be there, shouldn't. But I don't really think that's a red card, bro. I know intentions don't matter, but I don't think that's a red card. That's at maximum a yellow, okay. But that happened. VAR is kinda weird, I would say, this season. They are messing up a little bit here, not leaving the games go on and being very stucky. Yeah, it's just not enjoyable to watch. For a Manchester United fan, I think this would be a disaster here to watch this game, and it's very unfortunate for them. But if you're talking about consistency, this season, yeah, it's a red card. Although I don't agree with the red cards this season, but it is. Arsenal Sevilla, very good victory for Arsenal here. A 2-0 victory. They are strong in the Champions League. They're aiming for higher highs. So yeah, very good for them. Maybe they can go even further this season, right? They're doing well here. And PSV wins, very good victory for PSV, top of the league in the Eredivisie. I've talked about that, and for me that would have been a victory. Okay, not a very wide victory, but a victory, and that's it, guys. Very good predicaments here, I think. Taking out these first three here, which I mean, the death group is very unpredictable. Could go either way, every two of the games. Barcelona messed it up very much. Napoli losing some points. Bayern Munich, it's acceptable for them to win. I've talked about that last video. And Manchester United, for me, it's a very polemic game. It's a loss for them. Now they're screwed. Last place in the group. For me, that wasn't a red card, okay? But if you're talking about consistency, this season it is a red card. Although I don't agree with this season's red cards. So yeah, and that's it, guys. What did you think? What did you predict? What did you think about the games? Leave in the comments and see you next time, guys. Bye bye.